my channel. Thank you so much for being here, and if you're new here, hello. My name is Ashley. I run things here at Oh Crow Gal, and today I'm doing an empties video. I kind of always give this disclaimer whenever I do like non-keto videos, because that is what I regularly do around here. You will find a lot of what I eat in a day videos on my channel, full days of eating, grocery hauls, keto tag videos, things like that. But every now and then I just kind of like to throw in a favorites video or a Q&A or an empties video. Creatively, it kind of allows me to express myself in a different way. I get to share my passion, my passion of products with you guys, because I am a product junkie. I love trying new things, and an empties video is one way that I get to kind of share all of that love with you guys. So if you've never seen an empties video before, essentially I'm showing you empty products. Today I do have a handful of things that I just tossed in my empties bin because they were old. I tend to do that as well, because if it's old, chances are I've used it just as long as I would if it were to be empty, so I feel like I can still talk about it. That's one reason I really like watching empties videos, is because it's not a first impressions. Like, I didn't use it once and then I'm telling you what I thought about it. I used it up and I'm telling you what I thought about it. So we have a lot to get to, so let's just go ahead and jump in. I have a lot of candles, and that's what we're gonna start with. I have 7 candles from Bath & Body Works. I don't know if you guys have heard of Project Pan, but it's essentially like you know, pick certain products out of your collection, whether it's like a moisturizer or an eyeshadow palette or something, and the goal is to pan them. The goal is to like use them up. Well, I kind of did that with my candles. I told myself I was not allowed to buy any more candles until I used up the ones that I had. So I was very diligent about like, oh, this one's almost done, I'm gonna burn it one more time, then I'll be through. Like, I just wanted to use up. I had like so many half-burned candles. So that's why we are kind of going candle crazy today. So first I'm gonna show you ones that were seasonal, because a lot of these were like holiday and seasonal candles, and then I'll show you ones that were still available or are still available. All right, so this is a favorite. This is just like a tried and true. This is the Fresh Balsam candle. Memories, Christmas. It was a simpler time then. I love this one. This is the one that this and 'Tis the Season are the Christmas seasonal candles that I get every year, hands down, no matter what. I did go out of the box a little bit this year and try some new ones, but the Balsam and the 'Tis the Season are like my everything when it comes to Bath & Body Works like holiday candles. So I bought 2 of these, one to go in, or each of them to go in a bathroom. They're just like they're just the single wick, so they're the perfect size. So love that. Would repurchase again when the time comes back around. Then I went through a Marshmallow Fireside. Oh, it's so good. If you're new around here, my favorite scents are like vanillas with any kind of wood. Vanilla and cedarwood, vanilla and birchwood, vanilla and sandalwood. I just love the combination of like sweet but also like musky and like a deeper scent. And this, it's not vanilla-y. Oh, there is vanilla in it. I wouldn't say it's vanilla-y. It's just like a sweet, like fire is what it reminds me of. It's toasted marshmallow, smoldering woods, fire roasted vanilla. I think that's why it's so like smoky. Crystallized amber. Oh my God, it's so good. I looked on the website, they didn't have any. However, last time I was at my actual Bath & Body Works, they did have some, so it's possible they still do. This is one that I would burn like probably up until summer, just because this is like my scent profile. Oh my God, it's so good. All right, next up we have the White Birch and Citrus. I don't think this is a seasonal one. I just think they don't make it anymore. Again, it just like falls right in line with all of the things that I love. This one is lemon leaf, white peppercorn, and warm sandalwood. I still smell like a little bit of like vanilla-y scent in there though. But you can kind of smell the citrus, and then you get the smell of the wood. I love it. I also just am obsessed with this packaging. Like, I love this kind of like bronze and gold label, and then like the paint splatter on the outside. I just think it looks like very like expensive. All right, we have, yeah, just one more that was seasonal. This is the Fall Farmhouse candle, and this was one that I had not purchased before, and I smelled it in store and I really liked it. It has a very strong
burn, like a strong throw. So if you are like sensitive to smells, or maybe you purposely pick candles that don't have a decent like throw to them, then I would not suggest this. But it smells like, this smells like a bonfire. It smells like, it doesn't even smell like a bonfire. It smells like what your clothes smell like after you were sitting around a bonfire. It is just fabulous. It's spiced pumpkin, forest pine branch, and fresh fall air. Oh, it's so good. If y'all see this one come next holiday season, definitely pick it up. Okay, let's get into ones that are like still available. Let's start with my least favorite. This is the Aloha Kiwi Passionfruit. So it's tropical passionfruit, radiant kiwi, and juicy pineapple. It's okay. It's not great. There's something that smells like off and chemically about it. I mean, I burned it all the way down, but I have had this a long time. I actually probably could get like 1 or 2 more burns out of this, but this was not my jam. Another one that they still have is the Cactus Blossom. I really like this one. I think this is a perfect spring and summer candle, especially like spring into summer. So this one is cactus flower petals, sun-kissed coconut, vanilla, and sparkling lemon. Oh, it smells, it's like a floral coconut scent. I don't really get the lemon, but oh my gosh, it's so good. And I also love this container, vessel, display, I don't know. I like these, like that it's the 3-wick, but it's like shorter and wider. All right, and then the last candle is the Vanilla Birch. I already rebought this one. Once I went through all of these, I tossed them in my empties bin. I have like a bin under my sink. Once I put the last candle in there, I was like, I'm gonna go buy more candles. And this was one that I bought. I love it. This is a scent I would definitely burn year round. Where this one, like you could burn it the Marshmallow Fireside, you could burn it year round, but I could see where some people would be like, it kind of smells like November, like fall. This one you could burn year round. You could have your house smell like it, and it's this just warm vanilla scent. It's white birch bark, Madagascar vanilla, and warm sandalwood. Oh my God. It's so good. I have 2 of my wallflower plugins right now have this scent in them as well. And also similarly to the, what is this? White birch citrus one. I love this. I don't know, sometimes I feel like the designs on the Bath & Body Works candles are a little hokey. And this just looks like classy. Like this looks like I, you know, bought this at like Home Goods or something. Like it looks like a piece of decor. Love it. All right, on to more things. Let's just keep it rolling with the Bath & Body Works, get into some body care. I have 3 of the aromatherapy body wash and foam baths. We blow through these. Sornan is a bath taker. He takes a bath almost every day. I take one maybe like every other day, and we use these exclusively as bubble baths. So I have the Juniper and Coriander. This is a newer one. I really, really like it. It's sweet. It's like a sweet scent, but it's also kind of herbally. Really enjoyed that. Then we have the Black Chamomile. This is one that we frequently buy. I like the look of it. It's like a black, like shimmery. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. This kind of has like more of a cologne scent, I would say. And then this is also a newer one. It's the Peaceful. It's the tea tree and peppermint. And it just smells fresh. This is just like a fresh and clean. It kind of reminds me of like a laundry scent. These are, I mean, will always be, we already bought more of those too. Like that is, the aromatherapy at Bath & Body Works is like our jam. Next up, I'm not gonna spend too much time on this. This is my Ride or Die body lotion. I have talked about this in many an Empties video. It's my favorite. They sell the travel size of these at Walmart and Target. I have like 10 under my sink right now. I keep one in the car, I keep one in my purse. If you're an unscented lotion fan and you are picky when it comes to like the texture of your lotion, I highly recommend this. It's not sticky, it absorbs into the skin really quickly, and I have found that I like the Bath & Body Works 24-hour Shea Moisture Cream. I think that's what it's called. The lotions that just like come in the tubes, but I don't always want to use scented lotion, so I will keep buying this over and over. I keep it on my sink, I use it on my hands. I'm a very frequent, even before all of this, a very frequent hand washer, so it's a perfect body lotion, perfect hand lotion. Cannot recommend it enough. All right, next up, this is by Cuccio Somatology, and it's the Yoga Calm and Clean Epsom Salt Hand and Body Wash.
It has lavender oil in it. I remember when I unboxed this, I got this in a FabFitFun and I unboxed it in a vlog, and I remember I smelled it and I was like, oh my God, that reminds me of something. What does that smell like? What does that smell like? I finally placed what it was reminding me of. It smells just like the lavender products at L'Occitane. I used to work there back in the day, and their lavender stuff smells like you ran out into a lavender field, got a bunch of lavender plants, or however, whatever the proper phrasing of that is, and like shoved it in a bottle. Their lavender stuff smells so legit, and I think because this has lavender oil in it is why you really smell like, oh my gosh, lavender like punches you in the face. I really, really liked it. I'm fairly certain this is on the pricier side. I would not repurchase it. It would have to like blow my, it's a hand wash. It would have to blow my socks off if I were to spend a pretty penny on something like that. I also think it's odd, I mean, I don't care, but I just think it's odd that they advertise this as a hand and body wash. It's so small, it's like the perfect hand wash size, and with this type of pump on it, I don't know who, like, I would feel weird having this like sit in my shower. Like, I just don't feel like, if you want someone to use it as a body wash, I feel like the packaging needs to be different, but all in all, I really liked it. All right, let's talk about hair. This is the Olaplex Hair Perfector in number 3. So this stuff, okay, so what this, let me tell you what this is. So this is to repair and strengthen your hair. It's not a conditioner, it's not a leave-in conditioner, it's a treatment. They call it a bond builder. This little tiny baby, I think was like $28. I bought this when I was experiencing all of my hair issues. It's a lot better now. It's not, my hair's not perfect, but it's a lot better. You're supposed to use this once a week or 2 to 3 times if you have really damaged hair. Here's my problem. At that time, when I was initially going through all of my hair struggles, essentially my hair was just like breaking everywhere and it was falling out. And I started doing like 17,000 things. Like, I bought this, I bought new shampoo and conditioner, I started taking biotin, I started incorporating collagen in my coffee. So I probably wouldn't repurchase this because I don't really know what it did. And that was my fault. That was not the smartest thing, but I was kind of in panic mode and just wanted to like solve the problem. So I was willing to try everything. So maybe if my hair, please don't hair, but if it goes through another situation like that, I wouldn't be against buying this. I would just buy it and only use this so I could see if it actually did anything. All right, next up we have just like a little sample size of the Living Proof Full Thickening Cream. I absolutely loved this stuff. My girlfriend came to visit, and frequently, I mean, even when her and I lived in the same town, we're like both product junkies, so she would always give me little samples of things that she just like wasn't using or things that she thought I would like. And last time she came to visit me, this was one of the things she gave me. I love it. I absolutely love it. That being said, it's Living Proof. Living Proof is not cheap, and while I'm glad that I loved it and I was able to use all of it and really, really enjoy it, I feel like nowadays at the drugstore the options are endless, and I'm actually using a what is it, not your mother's like volumizing gel that you put in before you blow dry your hair, and I really, really like it, and it's like $6, where the full size of this I think is like close to 30. So I'm not saying I would never buy it, I just think there are other options out there. All right, next up we're going to talk about some skincare. Not going to spend too much time on these. These are my favorite makeup wipes, the Neutrogena, the blue ones. I get mine at Costco. It's like a fantastic deal. So this is like the full-size one, and then this is the travel size. They still sell these. Like if you go to Target or Walmart in like the travel size section, they'll sell these little 10 packs, or 7, there's 7 in here. And these used to come in the Costco pack. I think it comes with like 4 or 5 of these big ones and then like 3 of these. But now the Costco ones come with little singles, which I actually prefer, because when we go out of town, I can just like count how many nights I'm gonna be gone and like toss them in my bag. They don't dry out because they're like individually wrapped. So if you're interested in makeup wipes, or like I said, you need something for travel, I highly recommend getting these and getting them at Costco. All right, I just adjusted the lighting, aka turned on my overhead lights, so hopefully that helps. Oh yeah, and I opened that. It was getting a little dark. Next up we have the Cosmedix Detox Activated Charcoal Mask. I got this in a BoxyCharm and I loved it. I could tell a difference in my skin. I loved putting this on, letting it dry, and then getting in the bath. It's kind of like how I do things. Frequently when I take a bath is I pick out some sort of mask, even like a hair mask, like I'll do a hair mask and a face mask. And I really, really liked this. It was not aggressive on my skin. Sometimes I get nervous to use like charcoal or clay masks because I don't have particularly oily skin. I don't have, you know, like huge pores or acne or anything like that. So I sometimes worry that it's gonna be too abrasive, but this was not, and I really liked it. Next up we have, from The Ordinary, the Granactive Retinoid 2% Emulsion. Oh, I'm really bummed because I love this stuff and I cannot find it anywhere. There must be some type of like shortage on their retinoid products because I've looked at Sephora, Ulta, Amazon, I've looked everywhere and I cannot find this for the life of me. I've looked like on websites, I've looked in store, I have checked like 3 different Ultas for this and I can't find it. I really, really like this. This has significantly improved the bumps on the side of my face. I kind of had those like little white bumps that a lot of people get, you know, on their arms and stuff, and this has made them like completely disappear. I know that it was the retinoid and I am bummed that I haven't found it. So my plan is to repurchase it like when I find it. All right, next we have the Belif The True Cream Moisturizing Balm. So this was a moisturizer and I got it, I did get it in my Sephora box. I don't get that anymore. That's a really good box though if you're interested. I like BoxyCharm, that's my favorite type of subscription because I like full-size products, but if you're interested in like just little trial size things and like name brands, good quality, I feel like Ipsy and Birchbox frequently, it's like names you've never heard of, which isn't necessarily a terrible thing, but I like the Sephora one because if you like it, you can just go to the Sephora website and buy it. Anyways, this is a moisturizer. This was absolutely amazing. I just loved how it sat on my skin. That's my main problem, is dryness. So my skin just like drank this up, and I did notice with this that in the morning, I used this at night. In the morning, my skin was like super supple, not dry at all, not tight. I would consider buying this. Like I use an oil right now on my face in my nighttime routine, but once that's out, I would definitely consider buying this because I was kind of blown away by how well this worked. That's it for skincare. Let's move on to makeup. I'm gonna go through really quick some things I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on because you've seen them in like 7 other Empties videos. My Morphe setting spray, my favorite setting spray. If you're not using a spray to set your makeup at the moment, this is a great one to start with. It's the mist on it is like so fine. You don't get like droplets on your face. It's literally like a mist of just like setting spray goodness. I love it. 2 of the regular chapsticks. You guys know I'm a psycho when it comes to my chapstick. This is the only kind I like. It's the only kind I ever buy, and I went through 2 tubes of that. Then we have the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. This is my favorite concealer. You cannot beat the price point, and it just works like a dream. I use shade C4. I forgot this one. This is a frequent star of my Empties videos. This is the e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil. You get a spoolie on one end and then the product on the other end. You can see there's still product in here, but it broke, which makes it really difficult to use. I think this is like $2 and I do really like it, although to replace this, I bought the ColourPop Brow Boss, is that what it's called? Pencil, and I much prefer that one. And it's only $8, so it's not like Anastasia. You're not like breaking the bank on a brow product, but I recommend either the e.l.f. or the ColourPop are both like great drugstore options. All right, so this is the Becca, what is this called? Hydra Mist Set and Refresh Powder. You can see there's still powder in here. Okay, so this is a really weird product. The powder feels wet, and that's like the point, like it's supposed to. I really liked it when I first got it. I actually didn't mind it. It's not good for setting your under eyes. It actually darkened underneath my eyes when I set my concealer with this. But what I did like it for was around my forehead, kind of where I normally put on like bronzer, and then along like kind of like my chin area, jawline, where I put bronzer as well. The problem is that it's not cold anymore. It doesn't have that same cold, wet feeling, so that now the texture is just really weird. I don't know if they thought that through really when they came out with this product, but clearly if it sits around long enough, it loses its whole Hydra mist, because that's kind of the whole point, is that it's cool to the touch on the skin. But there's no way I would pick this up, because I would buy this, because if I can't use all the product and have it do the same thing like throughout the time that I own it, then like what's the point? I think that also bothers me because it's a powder. It's not like a mascara where like you know it's gonna go bad after like X amount of months, you know it's gonna dry out. Like a powder should not be doing that. All right, moving on. This is the Laura Mercier Foundation Primer Hydrating. Oh my gosh, I love this stuff, like loved it. The problem is that Laura Mercier is very expensive. I feel like I'm talking about money a lot in this Empties haul, but it's important when you're buying products for yourself, for your body, for your hair, for your face, especially if you're spending a pretty penny, that you are getting your money's worth. And while I do think you get your money's worth for this, similarly to that Living Proof thickening cream, there's so many drugstore options that work so well that are cheaper than this. I think this is like, don't quote me, it's between like 35 and 45 bucks. And the only reason I bought it was because we went, I think I've told this story before, we went to dinner at the mall and I had like 2 glasses of wine and I was like, I need that primer. Like, I don't know if anyone else gets like that when they get like a little tipsy, but I'm like, money's not a thing. Like, we have all the money in the world. Let me buy this $42 primer. That's why I bought this, and it's really, really good. If you have some extra change or you have a gift card or something and you're looking for a very hydrating, kind of like lotion style primer, highly, highly, highly recommend. All right, let's talk about something that I hated. I got this in that Sephora box as well. This is the Tarte Found Sealer. So it's supposed to be like a foundation and concealer in one. So it's supposed to be like pretty decent coverage, which I don't need a lot of coverage, but that doesn't scare me. Like when it's like, oh, it's full coverage, I'm not like, oh, well then I don't want it. Like, I will still use it. This was just, no ma'am. It was so thick and cakey. And let me tell you too, like foundations can be full coverage and not be thick and cakey. None of my powder sat nicely on top of it. Terrible, do not recommend, do not waste your money. A foundation that I do love that is a ride or die is the Wet n Wild Photofocus Foundation. This is in soft beige, and I actually currently mix soft beige and shell ivory, and guess what? I can, because it's $4.99. You guys, it's $4.99 and it's so good. I first heard about this maybe like a couple years, 2 years ago or so. Tati used it and recommended it. She was blown away, and I picked it up and I can't stop, won't stop. It's so, so, so good, especially for the price point. All right, next up we have this Kat Von D Shade and Light blush. It's a two-tone blush, like compact. I was gonna say essentially, no, it is a compact. And this is in Bonnie and Clyde. They don't make this anymore. I don't know if you can see, there's like kind of like spots on it. I bought it at TJ Maxx and I bought it a long time ago, and I actually haven't used it in a long time, and I saw it in I was cleaning out all my makeup stuff and I'm like, oh my God, purge that. You've had that for an eternity. It was fine. It was a blush. I mean, these are like my colors. Like, I love like pinky tones, mauve tones, but like it did its job, but it was nothing to write home about. All right, we're almost done. Next up, a mascara. This is the Tarte Big Ego Mascara. I love this mascara, love it. It has a very similar wand. I got this in a BoxyCharm as well. It has a very similar wand to the Better Than Sex mascara by Too Faced, and a perfect dupe for the Too Faced mascara and for this is the L'Oreal Lash Paradise. It's like a third of the price, and the wand is the same, and it's fantabulous. So I would not repurchase this because I know there's a cheaper one out there that does the exact same thing. All right, speaking of cheap, I went through one of the e.l.f., this is the e.l.f. eyeshadow primer in sheer. It just comes on like a doe foot applicator. It's very, I don't even know if you could, yeah, see it right there. It's a very light, very sheer. I really like it. It's really lightweight. I feel like it does the job. I honestly don't really know enough about like eye primers to know if there's like a better one out there, but like this is like $2, and for me it gets the job done, and I like the consistency of it. I don't want like gloppy primer like on my eye before I put my eyeshadow on. I think because it's sheer, it just like blends out really well, and obviously for me it matches my skin tone like perfectly. So I already rebought another one of these, love it. All right, the last thing, this is a lipstick. This is just old. This is by Essence, and it is in the shade Natural Beauty. I really, really like it. Like, really like the color of it. And it's almost gone. Like, it only has that much left. But it's just old, maybe like 5 years or something. But I really like Essence's lipsticks, and they are very, very inexpensive. You can see that's like a running theme here. Like, I pay attention to how much I spend on makeup, and I'm not gonna break the bank if I don't have to. So if a $3.99 lipstick works perfectly, then I'm gonna buy it. All right, y'all, that's all I got for each day. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope it was a nice break and kind of just like a fun one to watch. I find myself in this current time and climate that we're in the country, in the world. I find myself watching videos that I wouldn't normally watch, ones that are kind of, I don't know, more fun, more light, like not as serious. And I feel like Empties videos is one of those. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Drop me a comment down below. Have you guys tried any of this stuff? What are your thoughts? I always like talking about products in the comment section, and I love learning new things and discovering new ones. So drop me a comment down below, and I will catch you guys in my next one. Bye, friends.